number 4 of Mega Worlds Hotel and Resort Mobile Legends Tournament. Of course, we are going to be your shoutcasters for today. My name is Giang Gaming with our dashing Dash here, and we
Hey.
are already on the quarterfinals. This time between Belmont Hotel Manila and Belmont Hotel Boracay. Yes, both of them are from Belmont, and if you've noticed our attire for today, you already know which team are we rooting for. That joke lang.
Oh no. Rooting for again for the team kasi naka pang beach no, beach attire pala tayo today. Pero
Already, man.
with what we're seeing right now, no, so far during all the course of the tournaments, we have seen a lot of the meta. Most of the time nakikita natin yung mga comfort picks ng teams natin, and so far we have seen different meta compared to most of the things that we see on the bigger tournaments, for example, something like MPL. But what I like about this is there's a lot of dynamic picks that they can go for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nakakita tayo ng mga cheesy picks.
Yeah.
I must say, preferential picks based on what they usually like to use in the game, yung mga favorite nila. And for a matter of fact, mas okay yun kadalasan because you do perform at your highest peak condition with the hero that you normally use instead of trying to force yourself to be on par with what's meta right now. And it can work here in this tournament as well. Depende na lang sa execution ng parehong teams tayo.
Yeah, especially if you have a lot of comfort picks, no. Yun maganda talaga is makuha mo sila, especially for times na kailangan mo talaga ng mga good picks. That is what I like about these teams. And what I like about it is yung bans nila hindi nagbabago. Most of the time they always ban the Valentina, they always ban the Faramis, which is really interesting to see.
Yeah. Taking out the Faramis, most of the time nakikita din natin na pinaprayo pick ang Valentina. If we are gonna recall on the previous day number 3, Hotel Lucky Chinatown versus Savoy Hotel Boracay. Nakita natin na napakaganda ng series na a reverse sweep coming from Savoy Hotel. And ngayon, actually, we are gonna be diving right into our game number 1 of our best of 3 series between Belmont Hotels Manila branch and Boracay branch.
Yeah, and here, very classic, yung mga nakikita nating bans. We do have a ban onto the Julian and to the Faramis. We always see these bans just because they're really good onto the meta right now, and especially onto the competitive scene. These picks are just really good that they can carry the whole team. Even the 1-1 pick, very expected.
Yeah, if the Valentina is not going to be banned here on Boracay side, then we might see it being picked up. Natalia ban. Ooh. That maybe that's a target ban to one of the players here on Belmont Hotel Manila side.
Yeah,
but
we don't usually see a lot of Natalia getting picked. A lot of Natalia, there's really just some teams who actually play her so much. But the Melissa pick for the first pick, I'm kind of surprised about this because most of the time you pick the Melissa after they reveal what they're going to be using. But I think, Melissa after the 1-1 could probably be a really safe pick then.
Yeah. The metas kind of suggest right now marksmen that are either really good on the poke side or does a lot of AoE damage. I can only think of two as of the moment, like Claude and Melissa, and the difference between those two is that Claude is more on the burst AoE damage that can shred even tanks. Melissa doesn't have that burst, but she has the consistent DPS to shred those tanks. And given the Grok pick, the Eve pick right now, it still is going to be a little bit challenging here for Riri, but she can make things work for them. Now with two front lines, the Barats and the Hylos, she will have enough space given to her, but it depends. An Eve is still an Eve here, though the Farsa is available for them to pick as well.
Yeah, they have the Starfield from Eve, which is pretty nice, but very chunky members from both of our teams from Manila and also to the other side for Boracay. They have been going for this very tanky picks. I really like the Barats pick on this composition because they don't really have a lot of damage, and the Barats is probably one of the strongest picks that they would have here. But as you said, the Farsa is what they really needed, and a good ban to the Farsa is good because there's not a lot of heroes that could actually match the range of an Eve.
Yeah. At most, it would be a Farsa, maybe a Savior. Though Savior's not really the most preferred hero right now with regards to the meta. And since the Farsa has been banned away, well, maybe Belmont Hotel Manila would like to pick up the Valentina, given its superior preference right now with
Yeah.
regards to the meta. Carry being picked up
Ooh.
suggests that that Belmont Boracay would want to shred down these tanks a little bit better. But ooh, Argus
Yeah.
are we gonna be seeing an Argus in this game? I haven't seen this hero since like 2020,
Season
I
one.
think. Since
No, no,
season
no, no
one.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But
And it's
what I
pretty
like
fun.
about the Argus pick, if ever they're gonna go for this, is that considering that they do have a lot of tanks, there's not a lot of burst potential that could take down the Argus, which is really nice. So Argus would have a really great time just farming by himself, making himself a menace, and they don't have a lot of CC anyway. So this Argus pick really smart from this team. But on the other hand, what I like about the other team that they have the Eve, they have a lot of damage potential from their team, and I think that is what's lacking for the other side here.
Yeah, the damage department, especially in the early game, might be lacking here on the side of Belmont Boracay,
Yeah.
given that they have an Eve, they have a carry. So at most they might need to. Oh, we got a we got a quick shout out here to narinig ko lang sa ano eh, sa konsensya ko eh. Kaya, Sir Edsel, hello, shout out to you. Thank you so much from Belmont, Boracay. Baka na ba? Ay, sorry. Sumasakit na lamunan ko bigla, Dash.
Parang ano eh. May ano kasi, malamig kasi ngayon, no? Kaya ganun.
Ay, oo, kaya
Pero,
pala.
yun nga, ito. Ito, balik na tayo sa game natin, everybody. Nandito na tayo between BHM Grizzlies versus BHB Warriors. We have seen the compositions, nilatag na nila lahat dyan. And I hope na makakita tayo ng magandang labanan kasi yung Argus pa lang, feel ko maganda na to agad.
Yeah, the composition here from Belmont Hotel Manila and Belmont Hotel Boracay are actually a little bit on par with each other. They have decent front lines. They have AoE damage. Given Zedmain has picked up the Valentina. I like the name, by the way. Suggests a different thing. Pero yeah, never mind. Just keep on helping out his teammates get some vision here on the side of Belmont Boracay. Are we gonna be calling them Grizzlies and Warriors? I like this one as well.
Yeah, we can go with Grizzlies and Warriors because yun naman talaga yung team name nila. But a first blood already has been drawn onto the top side.
Ooh.
This is a great start for Warriors that they were able to take that one kill that they needed. But looking at the bot lane, I think Grizzlies want some revenge.
Yeah, they will be looking for an answer here on the other side. Given the group up and medyo delicado, Cancer will fall down and Grizzlies will not let things slide that easily here for BHB Warriors.
Yeah, and
They're
we have
still
said a
gonna
while
be
ago. This is a lot of things all together for the team now, and that's why they're starting for another fight.
Yeah, they're gonna be trying to get that Grok away, but Rock is trying to do some damage into the front line. It's still the early game. Grizzlies will be winning this, and Warriors cannot do much as of the moment. They lost their Leomord and might lose a turtle as well.
Yeah, losing the Leomord pretty important. That is why they won't be taking this turtle, and this is just for free for Grizzlies right now that they're going to be able to get that, and that is just a big advantage for the team. Getting a 1k gold lead at this stage of the game is really good in snowballing with the composition that they have.
Yeah, and they have decent amount of scaling as well. Riri will be dishing out a lot. The Barats will scale up. Even the Argus will scale up alongside with the Valentina. We're in BHB Warriors. I think the Leomord will fall off a little bit towards the late game. And what's gonna be extra challenging here for BHB Warriors is that they don't have anything to sustain this Leomord. Never mind, it's gonna fall down and lose that objective as well. BHM Grizzlies are really making most out of their early game right now. Cancer's gonna get spotted out and taken out as well. Rock just trying to get a trade here in the mid lane, but
the
Nyx
damage.
Nice knockback being made there just to provide safety for his allies.
Onyx almost falls down, but as you said, this is just gonna be hard for them. They don't have enough damage on the side of Warriors. What I like about the Barat's pick is this. This is what's happening right now. The Barat's is just snowballing. He's very tanky. Nobody could be able to take him down unless Yako gets to the point in where their damage is gonna be strong enough to just take down the Barats with the true damage. But the upside though.
Upside 15 cents. Oh, 15? I didn't know he lost value
Oh!
for quite a while. Nice ulti coming from Onyx,
Oh!
and they will get never mind. Once again, that is quite unfortunate here for BHB Warriors. As now they look to get a flank
Oh,
here with Ruok
revenge.
on the side. Gets a double kill, a triple kill even on 250 Z main. And that will be a nice comeback here. A nice sudden swing towards Warriors.
Great use of the Starfield, great use of the ultimate from Ruok, and that's why they were able to get the win there. And this is going to be the trade that they really needed. They wanted to get the turtle. They're not going to be having time in order for them to react to this. And with this, that just swings the gold in their favor, making this an equalizer.
Yeah, they get the turtle as well. And if we check the scores here, per player, BHB Warriors are actually doing this really well. No deaths on Kier, no deaths on Yaku. The most that they have deaths right now are their tanks, their roaming support as well. And for the side of Grizzlies, it's not really the best gold funneling as of the moment for them. It would be better if Freely has gotten a couple of kills alongside with Zed main. But Onyx getting 3 of the 5 that they gotten is not really the worst case scenario for them. Only a little bit more preferred on the other damage dealers, but it would help him a little bit on his sustain side as they go towards the top lane once again. But this time, Warriors are a little bit ready. Never mind trying to take a
Starfield.
swing, but real world manipulation has been casted out, and nice ulti by the Grok. And look at Ryok, look at Jyoku right now. 15 cents trying to do some damage. Onyx will take him down as Ryok is just chasing down the Zed main. But here comes Cancer, a little bit late in the fight. He's not that tanky just yet as we being chasing down by Cram. And if he leaves Ryok away, Onyx again securing 3 kills.
Okay, that was a great start for the fight again. This is just the real world manipulation. What I like about the Valentina is that just because they can do that too, it is really working well towards a team here. And now, with how they're starting, I like how they're taking down some towers. They got 3 already for the side of Grizzlies, and the turtle is going to be
Cram.
up in a bit.
Cram taking out Yaku right there. Though he will get traded out. Here comes Onyx though, being very confident here as he has gotten a couple of kills already. And I guess it is the problem now, BHB Warriors on this mid game part. We already are starting to see a couple of damage items actually being built here, even by Onyx. They do take out this turtle once again. 2,000 gold lead is still recoverable here for Warriors, but they have to be much more careful in executing their team fight because a while ago it started off a little messy for them.
Yeah. They're having a hard time starting these fights for themselves because they don't really have any CC. They don't have a lot of CCs except for Nevermind having the knockback. But other than that, they don't really have any solid ways of getting into fights. So they're always forced to be reactive against Grizzlies. And so far, I can see that this has been quite the setback that Warriors are having.
Quite a setback indeed as they don't necessarily or they don't really have anything to initiate with aside from Nevermind. And Grizzlies, they've noticed that they know they can force team fights. They know that not much utilities can be used here by Warriors defensively. So without any resistance, they can just outmuscle them during team fights. And without Yaku being scaled up just yet, it's not gonna be that much felt here for Onyx. and the rest of the members here of Grizzlies.
Oh,
Now, nice hook coming in from Cram. Never mind, charges onto them, trying to cut them into two. But Yaku actually starting to deal some damage.
oh
Zedmain
no.
just trying to
Yaku.
kite him out. As 15 Cent is actually doing quite a
Backline.
lot of damage as well towards the back line. But given the tankiness here of Cancer, starting to be a little irritating. We see Riri not really involved in the fight as of the moment. Goes towards the top side and
What is
pushing out the
this?
wave.
Nobody's dying.
But 15 Cent might actually get taken down. Never mind. Charges again with a swing. But yeah,
Oh.
he is quite tanky. Cancer
here
as
comes
well
Cram.
surviving.
Oh.
Never mind will not, as Cram reaches back again and takes
Yeah.
a swing at him.
Great comeback there from the side of Grizzlies. I thought that they were losing the fights just because of the way Nevermind started that one. But with Grizzlies, we can see Cram just dealing tons of damage. And this is what's scary about this composition, because we said a while ago, they don't really have a lot of burst. They have DPS, but Cram can out-sustain them, and that's the reason why Cram is just getting away with a lot of things, and even just getting away with the Argus pick, which is pretty nice to see. But now they're starting the Lord.
Yeah, they will get this as well without any contest. Warriors are starting to recognize the overwhelming power here of Grizzlies, and we do see it being reflected as well on the gold lead, 4,000 right now. And with the Lord, it's gonna be a little bit easier for them
Yeah.
to be able to push. Although siege damage is not really high as of the moment for uh, Belmont Hotel Manila Grizzlies. They
Yeah.
will at least secure the outer turrets.
Yeah, they only have Wind of Nature onto Yaku, 3 items, but not enough to actually make this carry the game. So far, 4K gold lead, we have seen 4 towers down, and this is the reason why they always have a lot of pressure on sides of the map. And Grizzlies having a big setback just because they have a lot of wave clear too. So this would be an easy push to the top lane if ever the members right there of the other side won't be able to react.
Yeah, bot lane being pushed now by Cram, and nobody's there yet to actually defend. Never mind trying to do some
15
crowd
cents.
control into the back as Yaku will get initiated on and obliterated with real world manipulation, starting to deal some damage. But Grizzlies doesn't even care. They
Yeah.
take all the damage and they charge onto them. They will get this inhib and might even take this game.
Yeah, they are going to be winning the game. The last one standing, Cancer, is just not going to be doing anything else except for them to be winning that fight. Just easy for them, and that's why you have seen members right there of Warriors, they tried their best, but Grizzlies, they know how to play the facing of the game.
Yeah, definitely Belmont Hotel Manila having that early game prowess, especially with the composition that they have. They made most out of their resources. They recognize that okay, BHB will take some time to scale up, so they gank all over the map, making sure that they get the leverage against their enemy team and started to work on their strengths. I want to commend the Onyx on that, securing quite a lot of kills on this damage Barats. But let's see if we are going to be seeing a comeback here from Belmont Hotel Boracay. We're just going to a very short break. Game number 2 is on its way. For now, Dash and I will be back. All right. Welcome back to MHR Legends, the MLBB tournament of theirs. And given the match point or point lead right now with the Belmont Hotel Manila Grizzlies, we mentioned a while ago, Dash and I were talking about will Belmont Hotel Boracay Warriors come back in this one and take game number three. But for now, let's see who is going to be coming on top of here. By the way, if you're watching the live stream right now, make sure to support these both teams. Hashtag Warriors win versus hashtag Grizzlies win to give your
Yeah.
support. Or, Boracay versus Manila.
Yeah.
Given our
We're gonna be seeing if ever they are gonna change their ways, especially for Boracay. They have lost the other round, and that's why right now it's gonna be a bit of a change, a bit of an adjustment with their compositions. Because the Valentina
Mhm.
hasn't been banned, Kanina. I was expecting them to get the ban against the Valentina, but because they weren't able to, they were able to get the real world manipulation, and it's basically like they have a mobile Valentina on their side.
Yeah, it could have been better as well if they went with more sustained support heroes on their side.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand that they wanted to pick up the Grok, although they didn't necessarily have someone to help out the Leomord on their side because
Yeah.
Rock has been dealing quite a lot of damage in that game, getting a couple of kills, actually the highest kills of their team. However, in terms of sustain, he wasn't really capable that much given the lack of sustain on their side. Or most of the time, we do see an Angela being picked up alongside a Leomord. So maybe this game, if they still want to go on that route, can pick it up as well. Although they have to deal with the other strong members here of Grizzlies, Barrett's actually will be taken away here.
Yeah, I do hope that they would be able to do that though, because this might be an underlying problem for the team. They banned the Barats. I hope that would be effective because I think there's still a lot of options for the team here because they can have the Belmont if ever they want to, if ever they want the same effect. So that's what I'm scared of.
Faramis, Valentina, Paquito open here. Ooh, the Warriors picking up Faramis.
Yeah, I hope that they went in for the Faramis, but the Valentina is also up, so they can pick that up for themselves for Grizzly. So that is the way to go here for the team.
They actually really like the for 15 cents and they do not hesitate in locking it out. Melissa on Riri has been uh quite on point as well. So real nice pick coming in from the Grizzlies. But now we are going to be seeing a Kim here, possibly in the jungle.
Yeah, maybe if this is gonna be a Kimmy. Kimmy has been buffed recently, so that's why people have been picking her up a bit. But the glue, I'm really surprised with. They went in for the glue. Yes, it's basically the same like the Uranus, but a bit more. It hurt. It makes my head hurt whenever I see whenever
Yeah.
I see this guy every time. But I hope that they would be able to make use of it. But they went in for the Forza against the Faramis, not even a Valentina.
Yeah, this is a little bit surprising on our end as well. The glue actually is much better right now in this situation. Like, instead of a Uranus, given the potential of this hero in isolating the enemy heroes, and given the composition that they are building right now, this is a high sustain lineup that they do have. They will be respecting the Argus of Cram as well. And well, given that the Barats was removed as well, Onyx has to pick up a different hero. Maybe a Paquito so that they would have a lot of damage. They actually pick up the Gatotka, which does have a lot of crowd control, initiating
Mm-hmm.
tools, and some sort of a mini global presence around the map. Wow, we will get the Valentina as well. So this might be a roaming tank, roaming support Faramis.
Yeah, if ever they take the Valentina there, they won't have enough damage for them to be relevant as a team. And this is what I'm scared of, though. They have a lot of damage, yes. They have a front end, but they still don't have someone who can start fights. Yes, maybe we could argue that Claude could go and start fights with a Blazing Duet, but other than that, they don't have a lot of CCs to hold on to targets. And that's exactly what a DPS composition would need. On the other hand, Grizzlies does have a lot of CC, a lot of first damage, and the Melissa is there to finish fights. So, yeah, like what I'm saying too, Balmond is an option for their team. So, it would be easier for Grizzlies to secure objectives.
Yeah. However, given the Faramis pick here on the side of Warriors, it might be a little bit challenging for Grizzlies to actually get kills, given the Cult Altar being available here for Warriors. Looking at the double marksman lineup here of Belmont Hotel Boracay Warriors, they will have enough damage in their kit. They just need to survive the burst coming in from Grizzly. So later on, we are going to be looking at Nevermind because he is going to be the key player here on their side. If he is going to be like on point on his cult altars, and it's going to be really good for them. But if he makes even the slightest mistake, maybe going a little bit early on the cult altar or a little bit late, it's going to be detrimental for them.
Yeah, it might be the timing that they would have a problem here if ever that happens. So Boracay needs to make sure that they are ready for anything. They're ready for any damage or any of their startups for the team here. They need to be reactive because they don't really have anything to start up fights with. So yes, Manila has the ship in their hands. So they are the ones who are going to be starting this fights, especially on the objectives.
Yeah, I mean, overall, both lineups are really good. I think this is really on par with their current play style as of the moment. Semi aggressive, but focusing more on the damage here for Warriors. Grizzlies has a lot of damage. They have three front lines once again. AoE crowd control and AoE presence, especially with the Farsa and the Melissa. So they would have enough shredding damage executing the execution part. They would need to rely on to Onyx once again, which performed really well earlier with the Barats as well. So looking at the matchups here, especially in the laning phase, Gold Lane Riri versus Yaku, it's going to be a much more stable laning phase for both of them. Some folks may be thrown out by Riri onto the Claude, but it's gonna be quite a long extended game, I assume.
Yeah. Whenever this game really extends to so long, this is gonna be on the hands of Warriors. But the problem is, how are they gonna be going to that point in where they can extend the game? Because like the last game was pretty fast. So if ever that happens again, this game would be pretty fast because of their composition that they built. They have a lot of burst, they have a lot of tankiness, so it won't be easy for Warriors to even cheese fights by themselves.
Yeah, it would take some time. At most, the early game right now is Care, which
Yeah.
is the Lilia, but not much initiating tools like what you mentioned earlier when we were in the pick and ban phase. So starting off fights would be challenging for them. I think they would need to rely on uh, counter engages, isolation coming in from Cancer, and some mistakes happening from the side of Grizzlies. So in this game, let's see how they would respond. Earlier, they were a little bit reactive towards the plays being made by Grizzlies, but now, as Nevermind nearly gets taken down, Flame Shot not gonna hit him out of
Yeah.
that, and he has avoided death for now.
Yeah, they have been surviving for so long, and I was expecting for Kier to actually be more aggressive into the mid lane, but because he doesn't have any skills just yet, it would be easy to cheese this lane for the side of Warriors. And now, Grizzlies, they're still going for the same route. They're always just going with Onyx. If Onyx gets to level 4, that is when they start to gap.
Yeah, top side, we're seeing Yaku actually being bullied a little bit by Riri. It was anticipated already, but bot side, seeing a little bit of a pressure being made from Warriors side, but it's not gonna affect the Gatotka as
Oh,
of the moment, as we do see now
oh,
Grizzlies diving on. slam of this nearly got
Never
through.
mind, it's gonna
Never
fall.
mind though, will fall down right now. And that's gonna be first blood here by
Yeah.
Grizzlies again.
Great start of the fight, great first blood, 5 seconds on the clock for the turtle, and now this could just give them the edge that they needed. This is exactly what happened during the game a while ago. They got their
Deja vu.
first kill onto the turtle, and after they get that, they would be starting the turtle by themselves, and now this is the start of the snowball that they wanted to go for.
Yep. Early start, a 1,000 goal lead, just like in the game number one. Never mind. Gonna get bombarded by the feathered airstrike. However, Zedmain missing out on one will allow Nevermind to fall back to safety. Top side is a little bit challenging still for Yaku, but it does have Kier to help him by his side. But they need to be very careful. Again, the rotations of Grizzlies has been on point in game number one, and they are going to be looking to rotate across the map accordingly towards this game as the gold increases even more. Next objective is still a turtle here, but
This is what we're
I don't
saying.
think they can contest yet.
Yeah, this is what we're saying. This is still the problem that they needed. They don't have enough CC for this DPS to actually deal some damage. They're just gonna be weaving around, which is a big problem. They can't even get to their own backline, and that's why this is just gonna be a hard game altogether for Warriors all over again. And Grizzlies are just having fun, and now bot lane is gonna be the target.
Yeah, never mind getting caught a little bit once again. I think they have to rely on stalling out the game maybe for 12 minutes, around 15 minutes. That will be the biggest swing that Warriors can have in this game given their damage increasing so much. But top side really is actually gonna get gank. Blazing the Wet has been used, but still relatively healthy as the feathered airstrike again gets used.
Oh.
Black shoes by Kier will only lead to disaster as Riri takes him down. That's the second kill of Grizzlies in this game. They're looking for more. Nevermind gets spotted out, but I think it's gonna be a-okay for him.
Yeah, got slowed down, and now onto the mid lane. This is what we're saying. They wanted to go for ganks. They wanted to go for Riri. But because they didn't have any CC, it was easy enough for Riri to just use the flicker. And now the turtle is on their eyes, and Cold Altar is available for Nevermind.
Yeah, Nevermind though will get taken
Oh,
down.
what?
Unable to use that Cold Altar in time, and that is the problem that we were talking about earlier.
No.
Now with Grizzlies having the upper hand, the almost 3,000 gold lead, not seeing any resistance coming in from Warriors.
Yeah, using meta heroes, if ever. They really had great heroes onto the side of Warriors, but so far it hasn't been working just because of the fact that these compositions really need to work on a certain amount of, or at least a certain composition that they're gonna go for. But now it's looking like they don't have enough CC to make use of the Cold Altar. They don't have enough CC to make use of the Kimmy in the Claude pick. So that's why they're having a hard time translating these ganks into kills. And even the Gatokacha Kram is just getting away with a lot of things.
Yeah, they're not even scared at all with a Nevermind in here, or 4 people from Warriors. They're even gonna engage. Onyx slams them down. Feathered Air dealing quite a lot in the back line. Cancer is gonna get taken out. Onyx still in the front here, but they will just skedaddle away for the meantime. Happily already getting just 1 kill.
Super tanky, super tanky. Onyx is just in the face of everybody. And that's why building tank is really good for the Belmont. It's not going to be affecting a lot of his clear speed. And that's why here we can see that he's not having any problems starting off any fights. And this is just so much to deal with for the members right here of Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors right now are having such a hard time in this game. It's just not their time yet right now, especially with a double scaling lineup. Yaku just gonna get taken out once again here on the top side jungle of Ruok, as now they actually dive into the mid. Never mind, gonna fall down as well. Not much resistance, no fight at all being made here by Warriors. And now as the turtle has spawned up, here comes 15 cents with the ulti. Gatot will find that on
Backline.
onto the Kimmy. Backline eliminated, and Cancer, despite his efforts, trying to do something.
I think it's gonna
They will
seem
just
die.
lose Yaku as well. Even on the top side, Riri is just on fire here.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a fast game. We said a while ago, if ever this leads to late game, it would be good for Warriors. But it's looking like Grizzlies wants to finish this as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's Cancer just trying to defend his tower as much as possible. Might be able to do it, but it's a
Nah.
50-50 as the wave is just a little bit too much here for Cancer. Meanwhile, we do see the gold lead rising up
Oh no.
towards 6,000 as of the moment, and despite the double scaling lineup here of Warriors, right? There
Yeah.
is also some scaling, significant scaling going on the side of Grizzlies.
Oh,
We have the
really?
Melissa and the Farsa. Whew, he has to use that Black Shoes already here in the mid just to survive as 15 Cent dives right in, blazing duet, doing quite a lot in the backline. Zedmain will fall down. A big shutdown here by Warriors as this time they go in front, taking out Onyx as well. This was the mistake that they have been looking for, and it's so far working here for Warriors.
Great 5v4. They were able to make use of it and was able to kite the members of Grizzlies. And this is exactly what they needed. They wanted to get some shutdown goals just for them to close in the gold gap. And now we're onto the 5k gold lead. So this is the mistakes that you don't want to see on this team called Altar has been used topside.
Oh, really? Just gonna get taken out. Good job there by Nevermind helping out Yaku. And one by one, we're seeing Warriors crippling the Grizzlies. And they just cannot respond as of the moment. They caught them unexpectedly as Rook. Now just gonna disengage. Nice use of Cancer. But Rook
Flame
still
shot.
just gonna fall down. Nice use of the flame shot, right? As Cancer a little bit late in that fight. Just gonna try to isolate him. for
Lord
the
is
moment.
up.
Yeah, no mana for 15 Cent as well. But are they gonna commit onto this? Riri is on his way. Got caught again, forcing that flicker from Cancer just to get back. As now Kier just trying to do some damage, pop that Black Shoes, but he has no impact yet in this team fight. And with two
that's sad.
members dead here for Warriors, this Lord might just be for free.
Can't even use the Cult Altar, which is really bad for Nevermind. It's always just CC chain, can't even pop the Cult Altar. And so far, the reason why they're winning on the side of Grizzlies is because they can't even use their ultimates. They're just out-damaged, outscaled by the members of Grizzlies. And Warriors, another hurdle in their front.
Yeah, you know, Grizzlies just don't hesitate when engaging on Warriors. They know that they can prevent Nevermind from using the Cult Altar, and every time that happens, you know, the Faramis pick is getting rendered useless. This is going to be the first Lord of this game as it's marching onto the top. Ooh, a Cram just happily engaging onto them, but unable to close the distance just yet. You need to be very careful. Better there strike. Gonna be used already. Good disengage coming in from Warriors. They just have to answer these pushes right now that's happening.
Yeah, the Lord onto the top side, and looking at how Grizzlies are playing this, they wanted to play the opposite side. They can be taking down the Lord, and we are just going to be pushing down the bottom lane, because they won't be able to defeat it anyway. So if they won't fasten this up, this Lord is going to be ticking down, and this bot lane inhibited turret is going to fall.
Yeah, they're starting to push. Nice use by Cancer here, just being in the front line to distract them. Cult Altar
Cult
finally
Altar.
used, but it might be a little too early. Blazing Duet, trying to shred them down. They got 15 cents. They got one already. Warriors continuing to push. Rock just trying to do some damage on the front, but now without an initiator here from Grizzlies, they will fall back for now, but Cancer is a little bit overextending. Quite confident on his durability, and this time they actually are able to protect all their inhibitor towers. Now Zedmain actually going up front too much. He got shut down once again. Riri just joining the fight, dealing quite a lot, but has to respect the damage coming in from Kier. Now with Onyx being left out, they actually focused onto Riri. Despite the ultimate, he survives. Nevermind, gonna get taken out. Onyx just trying to survive. Cancer managed to escape. And now with Onyx dead, Yaku will be a little bit safe, but 15 Cent trying to chase him down. Doesn't have mana anymore. Here
Line.
comes Scram onto the back line. Will get the Lilia and will try to survive, but given his tankiness, or lack of it actually, he might get taken out as well. Riri will try to join the fight, helping out his friend, and that fight is just going to be a 3-for-1, in this time in favor actually of Warriors.
Great use of the claw. This is why they wanted to go for this composition. The longer the fight goes, the easier it is for them to deal damage. We have seen Yaku just getting into the back line, using the Blazing Duet, just taking them all down. And that's why this team is still afloat, because Yaku is there to keep them.
Oh, Zedmain. He has been a little bit reckless twice, thrice now in this game, and given his big responsibility to deal the damage towards the back line, he cannot make those kinds of plays here in this game. He has to be really safe, or else he's gonna get caught here by Cancer. And never mind. Now with the Lord being luminous, it might be difficult right now to contest this, but Warriors are actually trying to be on par with them. Feathered Airstrike gonna be used already, but not much damage actually thrown out. Black Shoes and the Cold Altar invested quite early, as now we're seeing the Blazing Duet not actually doing that much, but with drop down this time, Warriors are starting to collapse. They lack the resources already.
Yaku.
Grizzlies pushing up on front. Onyx just spinning onto them as Yaku tries to answer back, but they can't. They can't get any kills as of the moment. They're just trying to escape. Feather Air Strike dodged by a Feather there, as now Grizzlies looking to either push mid or get this Lord. They decide to send Riri into the mid while the rest are getting the Lord.
Yeah, they can get the Lord. They got a great fight there. This was because they popped the Cult Altar pretty fast and nobody was able to make use of it. And after Nevermind just falls down in front of everybody, Cult Altar was rendered useless for the team, and that's why it was easy enough. Yaku was trying his best to get some damage in after the Blazing Duet, but because he wasn't able to execute Riri, it was Riri just destroying the tanky members of Warriors there.
Yeah, shredding out their HP bars. It's not as bursty as Yaku's Blazing Duet, but consistently he dealt a lot of damage in that game. Onyx, and it cut out a little bit, but doesn't care much. He is quite tanky in a sense, and now with the Lord marching alongside with them, this is the tower defense that Warriors has to do in this game. So far, they managed to defend the earlier Lord and defend their inhibitor tower, but now with a charge onto the mid, it's not gonna be enough as they lose their first inhibitor tower. Bot lane might be threatened as well, and now Grizzlies starting to group up. Onyx gonna get pulled back, but Zedmain is trying to close the distance for this feathered airstrike. And now under the brush, he will still get pulled back. Nice use by Cram on the taunt. Cold Altar gonna be used, but now as it expires, Blazing Duet trying to do some damage here onto the backside, but still wasn't enough. They got Zedmain though. Riri just trying to answer back, but nice taunt coming in onto Cancer. Onyx just being in the front. Riri still doing
Onyx.
quite a lot this time. Going up front as Rock dies here as well. Cancer just trying to isolate them, but cannot have that much influence as of the moment, as they do get that bot lane inhibitor tower. Yaku helping out the clearing of the wave. Grizzlies just looking out if they will get some picks here, but I think this is the time for them to disengage. They already have taken 2 inhibitor towers. It might not be too much safely executed if ever they overstay.
Great way to start the fight. They were able to take out Zedmain because Cancer just had the stacks a while ago, and he was able to pull her back in front of everybody, and that's why Zedmain didn't have the ability to take down the backline, because so far the Feathered Airstrike is the reason why the backline is always kept in check. But as long as they get the kill onto this Farsa, it would be easy enough for them to execute those 2v1s, or rather 4v5s.
Yep, very commendable play made there by Cancer, pulling her in whenever when he wanted to use the feathered airstrike, and with the glue attached to the Farsa, it's going to be very difficult for Grizzlies to close out this game. That's the big responsibility now of Cancer. Lord gonna be spawning up in the next 10 seconds. Warriors has to be really careful. Feather Airstrike gonna be used again, this time onto the top as Nevermind took a bit of damage there. But as the Lord spawns up, Grizzlies wanting to take this very quickly.
Yeah, really fast. They want to take the Lord. They don't have Ruok on this one, but they know that they're starting this Lord already, so they don't have enough time.
Yeah, this might be really difficult now for Warriors. Cancer though, trying to distract them as long as possible.
Oh.
But the Lord still will get taken out here. Blazing the
Yaku.
by Yaku, nearly taking out Zedmain. But this time, without the burst, Zedmain survived. Still, Yaku trying to do some damage here into the front, but unable to be felt here by the members of Grizzlies as they start to push up front. Lord not marching on with them just yet, so maybe they should fall back, but they actually go in. Nice four-man knock up there coming in by Cram as now Feather Airstrike gonna be used once again. Onyx staying on the front, committing towards that engage. Rock just desperately trying to zone them out, dealing quite a lot of damage, but they're gonna be happy taking out Cancer at the very least. Lord is still marching in the mid.
4-man ult, they still can reset. The Lord needs to stay alive if ever they want to take this fight for so long. Cancer falls down, no more front line for this team. So if ever they want to start as long as Cancer is out, they're gonna go.
Oh, Cram, despite being low, still goes in. The Lord will finally fall down. Never mind. On the escape.
Yaku.
But Yaku dealing quite a lot here in this back line. Unable to get 3 kills, but so many low HP members. Cancer just trying to chase them down. Ruok also going at them, but Zedmain actually dealing an obnoxious amount of damage towards Rock. Force them to no longer commit on chasing them.
They can't even finish the game. They have a lot of items already onto both sides. And with this, the Claude is just going to be a really great headache for the team here. With them having the Malefic Roar even, it's just pretty hard for them to do anything else except for this one. So now, with the way that they're starting these fights, they are waiting for the chance to pounce against the team as fast as they can, because right now the tanky members aren't tanky enough to survive the double marksman setup that they have for Warriors.
Yeah, at most they were trying to balance out the damage that they are taking. Big threat right now being felt by Grizzlies from Yaku because of that blazing duet. And fortunately enough, they're just able to survive not being killed by the Claude because, well, that's the thing about the Claude. You can shred them down towards very low HP, but it's very difficult to land that executing damage, and they have to rely on the Kimi or any other hero coming in from BHB Warriors to actually get those skills. And Grizzlies, they recognize that. So sometimes they still commit onto the fight. They still try to burst down Yaku while he's on the blazing duet so that they can at least take him down and win the fight. But now, as we do see the other members of Warriors starting to rise up, especially by Ruok right now, which is starting to build damage as well. Grizzlies recognizing the fact that they can no longer survive that long in team fight, so they have to really get at least 1 or 2 whenever they engage.
I hope that they would be able to do that, because right now I'm seeing a lot of openings for Warriors to win this, because yes, they aren't able to win fights, they aren't able to continue winning fights, but later on I think I can see the chances for this team. They still have a lot of these chances. They can still go for it if ever they want to, but right now what they can do is just do that, just kite them out, just wait them out, whittle them down, try to regenerate, and try to go for the second fight after.
Yeah, you can they can try to maybe reinitiate again here, especially on Warriors side. They have to rely so much on Cancer for isolating the Farsa here in this game, because Zedmain has been dealing quite a lot of damage already whenever they initiate onto the fight. Most of the time, it was actually him who is able to catch Nevermind off guard and take him down with the feathered airstrike. So if Nevermind is going to be able to maximize the utility of the the cult altar, then maybe they can survive in the team fight, especially when he is able to use it just in time to save Yaku. That would be big here for Belmont Hotel Boracay Warriors.
Yeah, I hope that we would be able to start it up right now because it's just it's just gonna be starting the game right now, and they still have time. Unless this gets into 20 minutes, that is probably the deadline here of Grizzlies to finish this game.
You have a shout out as well. Sinulitin? Oh, Sir Edsel, the island girl of Boracay. Oh, wow. Basta pag marinig natin yung Boracay sa ano
Ito,
naman.
ito.
Biglang
Ito.
sumasakit na lamunan ko eh.
Oo nga eh.
Oh. Ikaw rin ba? Ganun.
Oo nga eh. Malamig nga kasi ngayon kasi medyo paulan, di ba? Medyo maulan
Mm.
lately. So.
Naka-outfit na nga tayo eh. Ready na eh.
Oo nga eh. Kaya malamig no, naka-outfit tayo pang beach. So, kaya siguro. Kaya.
Siguro. No, baka sakali lang naman. Okay lang. Well. Nawala bigla eh, no? Pero, Grizzlies and Warriors, actually ito yung madikit na laban. Very tight game now by both of these teams, reaching towards the 20 minutes already. And despite Grizzlies being on the upper hand, they still are unable to recognize who is actually gonna be winning this, because things can still turn around. The Lord finally evolves once more, and this time is going to be a lot more challenging to actually take this down when one team has gotten it and starts to push. So, Grizzlies trying to take it out. It might take some time, but Cancer's looking to distract them at the very least. Waves have been resetted as well, so not much pressure being felt by Warriors this time. Oh, Black Shoes gonna be used. Blazing Duet is still online here. Fiat
backline.
actually uses it, but not much utilized correctly as that Cram trying to do some damage with a vengeance here to take back some that Warriors has given onto them. Better their strike once again. This time was gonna be taking the Lord,
the Lord still.
Grizzlies was taking this objective consistently, as now Warriors looking to go back. Rock just trying to slow them down as Onyx looking to close the distance. Rook is very low, burns to death here from Zedmain, and without this marksman, it might be difficult for them to defend, as this Lord is starting to march into the mid lane.
Yeah. Started out really great for them, but they lost just because they were not able to execute onto Zedmain. Zedmain probably is the biggest threat right now on Grizzlies, because Riri can't get even close. But Zedmain, Feathered Airstrike is the answer, and they can take the backline as fast as they can just because of that. Now they don't have any way to take this down pretty fast, but look at that!
Oh, Blazing Duet! Zedmain still survives, but now at
OT.
least they were able to defend their base for a little bit, but this Lord is still very healthy. Cram's immortality will get popped out, might just get taken out. As Zedmain tries to throw in a flame shot, unable to land there on the Cancer.
Still have the Lord.
So now, yeah, they still have the Lord. They might actually still go for this. Zedmain is very low.
Oh, Yaku!
Might get taken out. As now
They can win.
just looking to get this crystal.
Wow!
Right towards the goal. And Grizzlies, they'll just take the series 2-0.
Okay, the problem there was they weren't able to take down the Lord as fast as they can. That was the reason why they were able to push forward. If they were able to take down the Lord, they could have won that. But because they weren't able to do it, it was just easy enough for the Grizzlies to just push forward, wait for Riri. After Riri's in, they can just finish the game. And that's why right now, yeah, Grizzlies are going to be advancing to our semifinals.
Yeah. Congratulations to Belmont Hotel Manila Grizzlies. So what? Are we supposed to change our outfits now? Back to the coats?
Yeah,
once again?
we can go back to formal shirts because, yeah, we're not going to the beach.
Not going to the beach. Maybe. Ano lang naman. Dito lang naman yung contact namin kung sakali. But that's been it. You know, Belmont Hotel, Manila Grizzlies, congratulations. Very well played coming from them. Warriors did a really good job coming towards the quarterfinals. Hoping to see you again soon. We are your shoutcasters, Dash and Giang. We enjoyed so much in this series and looking forward more towards more actions being thrown out here by our amazing teams by Mega Worlds Hotel and Resort. You have watched MHR Legends the Mobile Legends tournament. We'll see you again next week, but for now, we'll be bidding goodbye. Ciao.